What's going on? So I came across this video today and it really pissed me off. It was called The Story of EarthBound in 4 Minutes. Or was it The Plot of EarthBound? I don't care. The video sucks. I think it's fucking stupid. I think you can't quantify a story like EarthBound's in 4 minutes, you dumbass, you jack off, you pussy, fucking pussy. You can't do that. EarthBound is such a tightly woven and interconnected story with twists and turns and plot and character development. Like, you can't just fucking do that. You can't. Like, okay, one of the stupidest things in this video is how, like, let me just pull the video up really quick. Yeah, here we go. Okay, let's start this from the top.
So Ness fucking lives in and he.
There's been a lot of debate on whether or not the true name of the starting town in EarthBound is. Some claim it's Onet, others claim it's Onet because of the way things are named later, like Tucson, Threed, Fourside, Summers, which of course is 5. You know what's fucking not called? It's not called one, you idiot. You're actively making a mockery of the world Itoy created, you loon. Let's keep going.
Fucking wakes up because this meteor fucking crashes right outside his motherfucking house. And he's like, the fuck? And so he walks out there and fucking Pokey Minch is there. And he's like, nothing to see here. Skedaddle. And then Pokey all of a sudden is knocking on the fucking door. And he's like, you gotta help me find my brother.
Okay, I'll give him that. I don't want to say that I hate everything about this video because he does get some things right. Yes, it's very accurate of a retelling. I mean, if you've played EarthBound, you know that Pokey does knock on the door quite frequently. It can be heard echoing throughout the house, even in Ness's room, which is very disrespectful to the mom. The hardworking single mom who is trying to make ends meet for her son and daughter and dog because her piece of shit husband is deadbeat, doesn't show up, which, I mean, that's kind of like what all fathers do. I mean, mine doesn't even talk to me. So I'll give GSM some props here. Like he doesn't always get it right, but he will occasionally get things right. It's just very upsettingly inconsistent. Like, if you're preaching this video to be the plot of EarthBound in 4 minutes, if this is supposed to be an accurate retelling of the story, then why the fuck not get the facts right? I already glossed over the fact that you showed dinosaurs in the very start with the meteor landing. That technically there are dinosaurs in EarthBound in the deep darkness, and if you want to technically say Tessie is a dinosaur because she shows up in Winters and, you know, she's the Loch Ness Monster, so you could make an argument, but to blatantly show dinosaurs, or I guess insinuate that dinosaurs are in Onet, is blatantly wrong. So, fuck you.
And Ness is like, get the fuck out of my house, man. But then they find him. He's by the meteor. But then this bug fucking crawls out of the meteor. And his name is Buzz. He's like, I'm from the future. And there's this universal cosmic destroyer named the Gygus. And Ness is like, who gives a shit, buddy? And he's like, you gotta find these sanctuaries. And then you can beat him.
Dude, did you even write a script for this video? Like, This shit sounds like you just read the story off of the EarthBound wiki. Like, what the fuck? Again, if you're going to talk about a game like this, you need to make sure that you have structure. Don't just bullshit into a mic. Like, fucking take some time and write a script out, dude. This is embarrassing. Oh my god.
And Ness is like, I bet. So then they go to the fucking. They find they find the first sanctuary on this mountain, and then they go to the next town. It's called Tucson, where they find Paula, who's this little preppy fucking bitch. Then they're at this cult, right? Guess who's the leader?
They don't find Paula in Tucson. They find Paula in the outskirts of Tucson. I apologize. The name of the place is the Happy Village. They find her at the Happy Village. She's caged up, surrounded by some fucking crows and shit. And it's the little things. It's these little inaccuracies that just really piss me off with this video. It's like, again, if you've done your research, you would understand these little things, because people who don't know the game are going to watch this video and think, like, they're going to think this fucking guy's it. Who is this guy? This isn't Porky Minch. This guy looks like Charles Manson.
That's when they find this band called the Runaway Five. I mean, it ain't no Jackson 5. It ain't Maroon 5.
Yeah.
But it's a Runaway 5.
Yeah, Runaway 5 are pretty good.
So they go to the next city. 3D's nuts.
Funny. A D's nuts joke in 2025. Funny. Cool. It's great.
They fucking get kidnapped because they're stupid. And then Paula's like, hey, watch this. I have telepathy. And she sends out a fucking SOS from her stupid ass brainstem. And this motherfucker named Jeff, he's like, I got that shit. And he steals his father's flying bike or whatever the fuck.
It's not... It is not a flying bike. If you look at the design, of the damn thing, fuck, we're going to pull it up right now. Come on. What about this? Looks like a bike to you, GSM. Is this a bipedal vehicle of transportation? Does this have wheels at all? I will say, yes, it does fly. The Sky Runner, if you know the lore, if you looked it up, you would know it's the Sky Runner. This looks like more like a UFO than anything, which is, again, a toy. Perfectly understood this game. Game's about fucking aliens. Aliens and cool shit. The Skyrunner looks like an alien spacecraft, so obviously they interconnect. But if he made it look like a flying bicycle, like you claim, it would not have the same thematic glue, the same interconnectedness that makes EarthBound so good in its theming, in its structure, in the way it presents itself. I guess, just another point gone. Another point off the fucking list, dude. You're really pushing it today. All right, let's continue.
And he's fucking cracking because he's stupid. And he's like, okay, finds Ness and Paula, and he's like, da-da-da-da. They go to Saturn Valley, which is this fucking place with all these little motherfuckers called Mr.
If he makes a joke about calling the Mr. Saturns like something else, like Mr. Neptunes or Mr. Marses or something stupid like that, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna keep it $1.50. Be real. That's the lowest hanging fruit you could possibly go for. Run it.
Called Mr. Jupiter's. And then they realize that there's this monster, and they're like, Ness, do something. And Ness is like, PK fire! And he just kills everyone. Then they go to 4 side. They find the runaway 5 again. And they're like, what the fuck? And they get at this store, and Paula gets kidnapped. Again, because she's fucking stupid.
I will give it to him here. Yeah, Paula's getting captured again was pretty stupid, especially because you start to really rely on her PSI attacks throughout the game. Once you have to deal with Ness and Jeff together, it becomes a lot more difficult to fight. And combat takes a really difficult turn, especially as you progress. So, yeah, it is stupid. I do think removing Paula sucks for the player, but they do learn to be a lot more resourceful with Ness and Jeff, and it allows you to create some much needed synergy between the two. But hey, I guess you got to give it to him. Yeah, that part really sucked, but let's keep going.
And then they find this evil statue, and they're like, holy shit, it's the mayor. Holy shit.
Damn, John Mayer? God damn, that's actually surprising. I'm a big fan myself, man. I really loved Sobrock. I joined up his when I joined the John Mayer fandom. It was when I was in like high school. I first heard Heartbreak Warfare come on Pandora, and ever since then I've just been hooked. Slow Dancing in a Burning Room, Edge of Desire, fucking oh god. You guys ever hear the song Dear Marie? Motherfucker, he's like from time to time I go looking for your photograph online. And then he says fucking some county judge in Ohio's I'll ever find. It's like, god damn, dude. I'm trying to pull at my fucking heartstrings. Like, yeah, you fall in love with some girl when you're in kindergarten and she kisses you under the monkey bars, like you're hanging upside down and she kisses you like Kirsten Dunst in Spider-Man 1. Like, fuck me. And then your parents get divorced and you get sent up to fucking Hickville town, in the middle of buttfuck whatever, meet 2 idiot friends, and then you just try to find the girl on Facebook because you're a loser and you're trying to find her, trying to reconnect. And can't remember her last name. And shit, yeah, you just try to find her online, but you can't find her. But I don't know. That's just me. We're talking. If you never listened to John Mayer, listen to John Mayer. Anyway, let's continue.
It's Pokemensch. Ness is like, PK fire! And he fucking kills everyone. Except Pokemensch, who escapes. And then they fucking fix the flying machine, and then they go to the next sanctuary. They cross the ocean, and then Ness fucking passes out from too much pussy. He dreams of this place called the Lamb. They really named this motherfucker. They go to 4 side again, and then they find the Scarebaba. Then they find this motherfucking pyramid, right? Next sanctuary. And then they go into a submarine to go into the deep darkness, which then they find this village with a bunch of shy motherfuckers. And then he finds a book that's like, listen, this is the lesson. And then he's like, PK fire, and he fucking kills everyone.
Actually, fun fact, Ness can't use PK fire. I've wanted to wage war against Sakurai and his team of brain-dead idiots for years, but true to the lore canonically, Ness cannot use PK Fire, PK Freeze, PK Thunder. He can't use those moves. Those moves are specifically for Paula, and they're specifically for Pooh. But yeah, no, every time he makes this joke, I just sit and laugh. It's like, dude. Have you ever played the game? You've obviously never played the game because you would know that the only move that Ness can use is PSI Rockin'. That's the canonical name for it.
He finds the next sanctuary, And then he fucking passes out again. Again, too much pussy. And he dreams of this fucking place called Magic Ant. There was this fucking nightmare. And then he beats the nightmare by going, PK fire! And then he wakes up and he's like, you are now strong enough to defeat Gygas. He's like, alright. Jeff's dad is like, yo, I got this time machine, except it don't work. And Ness is like, aight, bruh. And he's like, no, if you use it, we'll die. And Ness is like, yeah, I'm taking that chance, buddy. And he walks through it anyway. He finds Gygas with guess who? That's right, fucking Pokemon. You guessed it. Who else would it be? Who else is it gonna be? And then Ness is like, PK fire! And he kills all of them.
Okay. I get it. You're a funny guy. You've seen Donkey. You've probably watched a lot of JonTron. You're probably a Dude Perfect fan. You probably watched a lot of people who make the same joke over and over and over. I've seen you do it at least 3-4 times in this video. Guess what, buddy? Guess what? Once again, you completely got it wrong. Ness, again, can't use PK fire. He can't. That's just impossible. But not only can he not use PK fire, he can't attack Gygas. Gygas, his true form, you can't even fucking process it. With your stupid ape brain, you can't even process the true form of his being, his fucking attacks. You can't process it. And you can't hurt him. I've tried. You have to pray. You have Paula pray. And it links in the entire Aeonian idea principle of Christianity. How God is the Savior. Itoi knew that the only way to spread the message of Jesus Christ, to really spread the gospel, share the good word, the good news, to a wide range of people, was to make a game where it just sucks you in. Just, you love the characters, the world, the story, and the history. And it's all gonna die. And the only way to save the world is through prayer. And that's just the fact of the matter. I, as a devout follower, think it's perfect. It's the perfect way to cap off EarthBound. And, yeah, dickhead, you got it wrong. Again, whole video's fucking wrong. I don't know what to say. We got 3 seconds. How are you gonna wrap this up? How are you gonna wrap this up? You've already made a complete buffoon of yourself for this entire video. How are you gonna wrap this up? Let's see what you do.
Fucking, they go back to the home. They go back home, eat a burger or some shit.
Actually, you know what? Burgers are pretty good.